The new JC Poke Sheldon is back at it again. Yes, Caitlin Clark's arch nemesis is back poking people in the eye, or as some people call her, logo witness, because of how Caitlin Clark was putting belt to booty cheeks her entire career. But anyway, back at it again, man. Actually caught Alyssa Pilley in the eye in Athletic Unlimited. We are about to get all the way into it, man.
Once again, the player many fans jokingly call JC Poke Sheldon is back in the spotlight. Yes, the same rival who spent years battling Caitlin Clark on the court has found herself involved in another controversial moment.
Going viral, demanding the league finally do something about it.
Look at this. This is nonsense. A heinous act by a dirty player, fam. Get out of here. Look at this. Like, fam, you're small, right? And you're going against a big. Why would you go up to strip a ball? Why would you go up? You play small man ball or small player ball. As soon as that ball go low in that pocket, that's where you're at. You should be focused down there. Why are you trying to go up? Only way you're going up.
Do you think the WNBA...
And this time, the cameras caught everything. During a recent game in the unrivaled league, another player ended up taking a finger straight to the eye. The clip spread across social media almost instantly, and people everywhere started asking the same question.
With JC Sheldon, all right? She ended up getting Alyssa Pilley in the eye. Check this out. Oh, my goodness. Like, fam, what was she even going for? What was she even going for? Went straight for this woman's eye. Look at this.
How many times does something like this have to happen before the league steps in? Because this isn't just about one isolated play anymore. It's starting to look like a pattern. And the reaction from fans, analysts, and former players is getting louder every time it happens. But before we go any further, here's the real question. Do you think the league needs to start handing out serious suspensions for dangerous plays like this? Or should better refereeing alone solve the problem? Drop your opinion in the comments. Now let's break down what actually happened. During the game, the defender went up trying to challenge a bigger offensive player. The ball was moving down toward the post area, which normally means a smaller defender should stay low, play angles, and try to disrupt the dribble or positioning. Instead,
even if you look at this play where JC Sheldon eventually swipes Caitlin in the eyeball, she had contact with her like 4 to 5 times. That should have been called a foul before the eye swipe even happened. Referees, what are you doing? Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Now, I want to call out 2 things on this play specifically. I want to call out Tina Charles because I have mad respect for her for how she handled that situation. She immediately went over to defend her teammate in JC Sheldon. Tina Charles runs over and was blocking her, and then Marina Mabrey, when she comes out of nowhere, Tina Charles immediately puts her hands up and backs away because she didn't want that to be like, I didn't do that, essentially, was what she was saying. Like, I didn't do that. And I don't think that she was trying to do that. I don't think she was trying to be physical. I think she was trying to stick up for her teammate because that's what you need to do, but de-escalate the situation, not make it something that it turned into, which is what Marina Mabrey did.
The defender reached upward, and the hand went directly toward the opponent's face. Not the ball, not the arm, the face. Within seconds, the player who got hit bent over, holding her eye, clearly in pain while the play continued. The broadcast replay showed the moment again, and fans immediately began debating whether the contact was accidental or something more questionable. The reason people reacted so strongly is because many remember a similar moment involving Caitlin Clark during the 2024 season. That play also involved contact to the eye. That play also sparked outrage. And that play also resulted in very little disciplinary action afterward. At the time, analysts replayed the footage over and over again from multiple angles. Social media exploded with debate, and fans demanded accountability. Yet when the dust settled, the league response was minimal. No major suspension, no long-term consequences, just another game moving forward. That moment became one of the most talked about incidents of Clark's early professional career, and it raised a bigger issue about how physical play is handled in the league. Basketball is supposed to be competitive and intense. Contact happens, bodies collide, players fight for position. But there's a difference between aggressive defense and actions that risk player safety. And that's where the conversation becomes serious. Several coaches and analysts have already spoken publicly about the need for stronger officiating standards. They've pointed out that certain types of physical plays are slipping through without punishment. If those plays continue without consequences, players may begin to assume that pushing the line is acceptable. And when the line keeps moving, situations like this become more common. In a recent incident, many fans questioned why the referees didn't immediately stop the play to check on the injured player. The game continued for several seconds while the athlete remained on the floor holding her eye. That moment alone became a talking point online. Critics say it shows a larger issue within the officiating culture. Supporters of stricter rules argue that the league should implement stronger penalties for actions that clearly endanger players. One proposal that's been discussed by analysts is the idea of multi-game suspensions for deliberate or reckless contact involving a player's head or face. In a league where a regular season schedule is relatively short, even a 5 or 10-game suspension would carry real weight. That kind of penalty would send a clear message. Players' safety matters. Right now, critics always create enough deterrence. If the worst outcome for a dangerous play is a small fine or a routine foul call, then frustrated players might continue pushing limits in heated moments. Change the consequences, and you may change the behavior. But not everyone agrees. Some fans believe that basketball is an inherently physical sport, and that slow-motion replays can make normal contact look worse than it actually is. They argue that players move at incredible speed, and sometimes accidental contact simply happens. That's true to an extent. However, when hands consistently end up near eyes, faces, or hair during defensive plays, the debate naturally becomes more intense. Another controversial moment that fueled this conversation happened when a player was seen pulling an opponent's hair during a game. That clip also went viral. Once again, the question returned: where exactly is the boundary between physical basketball and unacceptable conduct? The truth is that professional sports leagues constantly evolve their rule enforcement over time. What was once considered normal contact may later be judged more strictly as the game grows faster and the players become more valuable assets to the league. Player safety is not just a competitive issue. It's also a business issue. When star athletes are injured due to avoidable incidents, the entire league suffers. Fans want to watch the best players compete at their highest level. They don't want to see careers disrupted by preventable injuries. This brings us back to the current moment. The league is already in the middle of important collective bargaining negotiations. Those discussions involve salaries, scheduling, revenue